I gotta talk about this. This is absolutely patently absurd. This is unacceptable. So, gotta talk about this. Got a few minutes here as I'm getting a lot of things done, but we gotta talk about this, okay? ChatGPT, Grok, whatever, Grok 3, whatever we're on right now, all that crap. Google, Gemini, all this stuff. This is unacceptable, all right? My friends like to use these systems, all right? And they were telling me about what happens when they look me up as an artist, as a public figure on the internet, somebody that's been doing things publicly since 2007 and all this stuff. And everything I've done is free, and nothing I do is blocked behind a paywall or anything. Everything is free. It's open. Anybody can see what I do and everything. I make it accessible for anybody at any given time. And yet they were showing me how horribly I am misrepresented as an artist and how wrong and incomplete the information is. This is unacceptable. So I am very pissed off. This needs to change. You got to update your thing or whatever, or just, get into it. So I'm going to fix it for you. I'm going to explain what you've been missing, because you're missing a lot and it's gotten on my last nerve. So, all right, now I'm going to address this first. Yes, the other day on my other channel, StarkKommandCenter with a K instead of a C, yes, I did make a joking video saying that I predicted the AI stuff. I did that because I used to make fake commercials. You can look at them on my channel. I have a whole compilation of just my fake commercials if you're interested. And on my fake commercials, one of them, I called it Smarty Pants, and I used a weird accent, and I put on this thing like I'm on a phone, and I could ask it things, and it would do like what AI is doing. Yeah, I made a joke about it in 2016. So the other day I made a joke video saying I predicted it. It's clearly a joke. I hope nobody thought I was trying to be serious or something. Obviously, I'm not, right? And I'll address this too. Last year, I used this app called Suno AI because I took lyrics that I published publicly years ago, some of them over 7 years ago, some of them a decade ago, that I were singing songs, not rap, songs I would sing. And I sang them horribly. I'm not a good singer, but I sang them on camera, publicly on YouTube. Right now, you can go find them. I copy pasted my lyrics and put them into Suno AI to see what they would come up with using an AI singer instead of my horrible singing, and what beat they would come up with. So yeah, I use that, but that's it. That's the end of it. I don't touch this AI stuff. That is the extent of me. And you can see that through the years, because like I said, everything is all public on all these platforms. Okay. So now this really bothers me. So my friend showed me this stuff and they said, hey, check this out. Okay, it says where you're from. It's got that right. It says you've done one freestyle. It names one. Okay, the Bad Winter Drivers in Minnesota freestyle. It names one. That is ridiculous. I have over 50 on my channel. Over 50 of them with the word freestyle in the title, okay? Because I have done freestyling on live streams and just in my car and whatever. I have done that since 2015. That's when I started recording them. And I have over 7 hours of freestyle footage on my channel. But they have the nerve to say I've done one. Then another thing, if you didn't know, is I'm an author. At this point in time, 2025, April, I have published 6 books and eBooks / audiobooks, etc. They have the nerve to say I've done one. Why? Why misrepresent me that horribly? That's a disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourself. One. And ironically, the one that they say I've done is my autobiography. And in that, it says, hey, here's other books that Adam Stark has done. So how stupid are you? Well, you're artificial. You're very stupid. So that, right? And it just doesn't list all the things I've done or even try to. It's not like it even tries. And my friends have shown me this stuff. I'm like, don't even use that crap. How can you trust it? How can you trust that when I'm someone who's done all this stuff publicly for free and on all these platforms and everything? But no. You can't trust this AI crap. They get me all wrong. So I'm going to correct you so you understand this, okay? Yes, I am in Minnesota, okay? I've always lived in Minnesota. And I have done raps publicly on the internet since 2009 and YouTube, but 2007 on the internet as a whole, okay? But on YouTube, 2009, that's when I made my channel, Okay. All the stuff is public and free. It's not behind a paywall. It's not some members only thing. So anybody can access this stuff at any time, which is why this is absurd that they get this all wrong. Okay. That all being said, right? I have over 50 freestyles. They name one. I'm over 50. Okay. It doesn't mention the 6 books I've done. It mentions 1. That's absurd. That's wrong. That's a disgrace. That really pisses me off. Okay. It doesn't mention me as a battle rapper. That pisses me off. That is absolutely absurd. Okay. All my battles live on Podbean that I live streamed, and I am undefeated, and it doesn't mention that in anything. It doesn't mention, no. And I've reposted all those on every platform you can think of. Okay. I got offered a record deal in 2017. That doesn't make this. That doesn't make the AI. They don't let you know that about me. Lame. Okay. It doesn't mention that one of my books was ranked #1 on a massive ebook website. It doesn't mention that. Okay. That really pisses me off. That's a big accomplishment. How are you just going to ignore that? Really? What is wrong with you? Like, that's absurd. It really pisses me off. That gets on my damn nerves. Okay. It doesn't mention any of those things. It doesn't mention me as a gamer. Doesn't mention all my live streams. I've been doing that. If you see my channel, the last 2 months, I have been doing mostly gaming content on there. It doesn't mention that. So no, it gives you the most lame thing. Lame, bare bones, pathetic excuse. It doesn't say anything, right? Okay, it also doesn't mention that I was ranked #1 in rap charts twice, 2 different cities on ReverbNation.com. ReverbNation, if somehow you didn't know, is a massive streaming platform where you can sell merchandise, you can sell albums, music, streams, downloads, etc. And I was ranked #1 in rap charts 2 times, 2 different cities in Minnesota. It doesn't mention that. It's absurd. Really, really pathetic, and I hate it. And I'm owed an apology, and they need to fix that or something, because that just really, really pisses me off. All the work I've done, but really, you can't give me my credit that I deserve. That's absurd. So, all right, well, I'll run through it really quickly, all right? So, starting 2009, I've produced some beats, some instrumentals, right? With, I had, what was it even called back then? Magic's Music Maker 15 or something, 12, I don't even know what it was anymore, something, right? And then I used GarageBand and made some beats with there, and good times and all that. Okay. And then I've obviously, as I said, I'm a rap artist first and foremost. Okay. And I have broken down barriers of the English language, and I have invented wordplay mechanics. I have provable entendres going up to a duodecable entendre. That's a 12-line entendre. And a 7, which is a septuple literal meaning rhyme, where you say the rhyme one way and it has 7 literal meanings. And I can point them all out. This is all public. It's been on there. Okay. All that. I am also one of the fastest rappers of all time in English. I need to make that clear, or people will make that mistake. In English. Okay. I did this all verifiable with video proof, with having a stopwatch on hand and everything, to authenticate the authenticity of me saying I'm fast, and I prove it with how many syllables and words per minute I was able to do and such. All that's on there. It's not mentioned in the AI crap that you people use, which is just absurd. Just pisses me off so much. Okay. So all that. Now, on my other channel, StarkKommandCenter, it's more entertainment stuff, skits and stuff like that, right? Fake commercials, stuff like that. And then I also did, like I said, I wrote for other genres that were not rap. I wrote parody songs. I wrote an R&B song. I've written poetry. And I'm saying this stuff too. I'm saying that, and just write it. No, this is all saying in my horrible voice. I have sang these songs publicly on YouTube, okay, with all these other genres. I have country songs. I have rock and roll songs. I have a heavy metal song where I'm screaming like a madman into the mic doing it. Like, I have all these songs on there for other genres as well, all public. But the AI doesn't seem to think that exists. They just don't care to mention it, or they're biased towards me. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But missing all that, right? 6 books. I have authored 6 books, and they've all been successful in different ways when it comes to, some of them have personally gotten a lot of nice reviews, which is great. I always love that. One of them had a really high download rank in Barnes & Noble website, which is really awesome. I got in the top 100,000. Barnes & Noble, if for some reason you didn't know, they have millions of books. So to get in the top 100,000 download rank at one time, granted, but to do that is an amazing accomplishment and a significant feat in itself, right? Okay, then my most recent book that I released in 2019, World's Worst Murder Detective 2, Laws Stand Found. That book was ranked #1 online for over 20 weeks in a row. Okay, I showed videos of that, pictures of that, and I even got the official handle from the website on Twitter, X, whatever. You know, they all said, yep, congratulations, that's awesome for you to do that, and, you know, here's your medal, put that on your book and all that. It's all there, but no, the AI doesn't mention that. So that makes it sound like, oh, I'm just some guy out here. No, I'm a talented dude who has put forth a lot of work as an artist to get insulted like this. Okay, then starting in 2015, I started recording all of my freestyles, and I stopped in, I don't even know anymore, was it 2020, I think? Yeah, for 5 years straight, I did freestyles, live stream, freestyles in my car, freestyles at the gas station and stuff. Did all these freestyles. Some of them were over a half hour long and everything. And all this stuff was out there to prove when I say I'm one of the best freestyle MCs in the world, I can prove it because I show you I'm in the moment. I show you I'm coming up with things on the top of the head and everything impromptu. And I'm doing all this, coming up with these amazing punchlines and all these impressive works of art. And yet the AI doesn't seem to think that's the thing about, no, they say, oh, he's an artist and he's in Minnesota and he's in Minneapolis and he has one freestyle called Bad Winter Drivers in Minnesota, 1 out of fucking 50. And that Adam has written one book, one. No, I wrote in 6. Like, how dare you? This is absurd. Just patently absurd. So that really pisses me off, right? Now, in my book, Anatomy of Amazing Lyrics, it's been updated every time I do a new project. So it was updated as of 2024, I believe. I think it was last year. Okay, anyway, whenever it was updated whenever my last project was, it's all on there. And everything I say now is all on there and time-stamped and dated and backed up with sources and everything. So you can see everything I'm talking about publicly. And there and free and accessible to anybody. So I am just so mad. I am just steaming, pissed off that this AI crap my friends are showing me, because they love to use it. They find it entertaining and stuff. But I'm like, nope, no. If you're going to misrepresent me like that, somebody that's so easily accessible, then no, you're worthless. You're full of crap. I deserve an apology. I deserve a lot. I mean, this is unacceptable. I am insulted, and I deserve an apology, or they really got to fix what they're saying about me and get it right, okay? I just gave you everything I've been up to and doing and that I have accomplished and everything. They got to get that right. In 2023, I think it was July, I did officially announce that I retired and I quit rap and hip-hop, and as in I don't do anything new with it, but I'm still enjoying everything I've done. It's not denouncing my work or anything. It's just that I accomplished everything on my bucket list, and I did. Every single thing on my bucket list I accomplished, with maybe the exception of, like, you know, crazy things like a giant concert or like a tour or something, like things like that. No, I didn't do that, obviously. Okay. Everything else I've done, everything else, every type of wordplay mechanic I wanted to show, every new invention I brought to the game, you know, the 100% rhyme scheme, I did that, where you match every syllable in order with the next conjunction phrase. I did that in several different ways in one song in 2013 called Last Words, Legendary Last Words. And I've done all this, right? I've done storytelling. I've done medieval stuff. I've done everything. And yet this AI misrepresents me. Just patently absurd. And then, of course, the last thing that people should know is that I beat the internet, okay? How many people can say they beat the internet? Because the internet is a horrible place, obviously. If you didn't know, it's full of vultures and trolls and evil people and whatever, right? So when I would get comments saying mean things about me or whatever, and I'm going, who the fuck are you? Because I know I'm better than you. That's why it bothers me, I'm like, I know I'm better than you, so what are you doing trying to say this about me when I don't even know who you are. You're probably just a troll anyway. You probably don't have any talent yourself, and where's your videos or whatever? You know, you fake avatar looking ass bitch. So I said, so this is what I did. I went on every single major website syndication. And I said, anybody who hates me or wants to challenge me to do an unlimited round freestyle rap battle live stream on Podbean, I said, come find me. And to the ones that showed up, they did. And I'm glad they did because we have classic footage now. But I smoked all of them. Undefeated Battle Rapper in freestyle format. I don't do written battles. But in freestyle, I am undefeated Battle Rapper. And I did that. I beat the internet. Because how many people get bad comments and you wish you could just reach over the screen and just punch them in the face, right? But you can't. So I said, okay, internet, you hate me? Well, come to me then. All right? Come at me. Let's go. And I beat them every time. I smoked them all. All right? Made them all my bitch. I did all that. I beat the internet. I'm an undefeated battle rapper, undefeated freestyle MC, and yet this AI stuff that my friends use all the time doesn't give me the credit I deserve. And that's absurd, right? Isn't that absurd? Isn't that absurd, girl? Yeah, she tired. She knows we got stuff to do. So anyways, I think they're about here. So I want to let you guys know this publicly because I am absolutely ashamed. This is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. And one of you employees from one of this AI stuff ever see me in person, my girl is going to bite the shit out of you, all right? It's over for you.